Welcome to another episode of the gardening vlog. This is one reason why on the weekends can't get gardening done. That's the youngest one. It is nap time. They took 2.5 hours to get like an F grade cleaning done for the mess they made earlier when it should have took 30 minutes. And now it's time to go down. And this youngest kid can even open this door even though it's high. He'll prop himself up on a stool or chair or anything he can. Pull that down, just to loosen the door. Then he'll go below the door, where there's a little crack, and pull it with his arms and open it. If people do not have kids, they do not know how this is when you're a gardener that needs to get out and do maintenance on the yard, cut your lawn, go build something, build a birdhouse, paint your house, plant a tree. He is on the other side of that window where he's not supposed to be. I've been out for like 3 minutes and he's just looking out at me. Already getting in trouble. There's the other bed, Jarvin. Bed. It's round 2, I guess. And he's looking under the door, so he's not as loud. But let's see how long it lasts. Do you guys think he's going to stay in there while I go out and water my plants or whatever to keep them from dying? How many rounds are we going to go? 1 hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours? Sometimes we're at this for like 4 hours during nap time, and somebody doesn't go to sleep at all. Usually 1 or 2 eventually go to sleep, and most of the time a third one does sleep. But sometimes somebody doesn't sleep at all. You got something kind of exciting. See right there? There is a bud on the Chiang, and it looks like it mostly died from the top. Here, this is the one I put directly in the ground, and it looked bad from the get-go, but I think all 3 just may actually root, because it's fixing to bud out from bud swelling, and we're going to have some leaves on it in a week or 2 probably. Looks like some of our first ginger is coming up out of this raised bed here. This was not the hugelkultur bed or anything. This is where we raised sunchokes and soybeans. And now it's kind of mostly weeds and, a variety of, sweet potatoes and a couple other things. Suriname cherries. Today we planned initially to take the kids on a picnic, but they took 2.5 hours to clean their mess, and yeah, so I said there's no time now. And they did not do a good job cleaning, and only the 2 older kids really are capable of cleaning. The youngest one will do something like, if you say take this to the garbage, he'll take it to the garbage or whatever, but the other 2 are capable of cleaning and doing a pretty good job. Sometimes you have to offer them something to do it, which sometimes makes them race, and they do a good job. But in this case, we had to take something away from them. Their picnic, 2.5 hours. I expected them to clean in 30 to 45 minutes. And the oldest one, he just drifted away. He would pick up something and he'd start playing with a toy or something. The youngest one seemed to be doing a better job, although neither of them did a good job. So 2.5 hours later, we didn't have time to go make sandwiches and pack a snack pack and Capri Suns and cheese sticks and all that stuff, and then spend 30 minutes or 45 minutes swinging on the swings and eating, doing the picnic stuff. And I also thought that when they were outside, I could do some weed eating versus like cutting the grass and weeds so that I can collect some of the weeds and grass easier to put on the kind of like the arborist wood chip raised bed, alternative bed, to help expedite the composting process with all that green material. It's already got plenty of brown material or carbon, I would say. Maybe tomorrow, because it's Memorial Day, we'll have a second chance to get them to clean up and not make a big mess, hopefully, between now and then. And have a little picnic, a little cookout, maybe on the barbecue grill. Get some hot dogs, hamburgers, or chicken or something, and we'll see how that goes. One thing I've learned is that once you have 3 kids, a lot of things don't go according to plan. That doesn't mean you don't get stuff done, but sometimes you do have to cancel your plans because of time restrictions and bad behaviors and messes that they make and don't want to clean up. And yeah, I really wanted to plant out with my oldest son the nasturtiums and the annual Mexican Tithonia sunflowers. I don't know if we'll get it done tomorrow or next week, or if we're going to have to maybe get him off before we get the other kids from preschool sometime, like let him have the day off or something like that. We can look at these pawpaw, native pawpaws. They do not look good, but there still has some green on that. That one still has some green up here and down there. This one actually has produced a flower bud from the bottom. There's a little bit of a green leaf there, but I can't tell you if they're alive or if they're going to make it or not. They look bad. I have no idea when we're going to actually plant out our pineapple guavas, the 7 that we bought. But that needs to be done ASAP. We're getting almost June now, June rainy season, so we really need to get them out in the ground so that we don't wait too long and have to keep them in pots until next year or something. Looks like we got some kind of seedlings right there coming out. I'm not sure what that is. I probably forgot what I planted there. But whatever it is coming up.